Muy buenas a todos. Muy buenas, chicos. Vamos a continuar la aventura en Kingdom Come Deliverance. Nos habíamos quedado tratando de huir de Skalice con nuestro padre y madre muertos y sin dejarnos entrar al castillo porque nos cerraron las puertas. Así que teníamos que huir y buscar un caballo que nos perseguían los soldados. Continuemos la aventura. Venga, a correr toca. Necesito un caballo. Vaya, hombre. Iba a ayudarla a escapar de los violadores, pero me parece a mí que no puedo. Va a ser difícil ayudarla a escapar de los violadores a Teresa. Pero lo he intentado, ¿eh? Que coste. Y me ha dado el logro de galán. Vamos, corre, galopa. clavado una flecha. Malditos. Joder. Joder. Vale. He muerto en combate. Tenía que haber cabalgado más rápido todavía. Otra vez. Bueno, tengo que escapar, pero a toda caña con el caballo. No. Para el galope.
Left. Almo gets to the left, along the stream. No, not this way. Jesus.
Joder, que no es por ahí. Que a la izquierda es la izquierda. Maldita sea. Pero así le despisto. Están disparando al caballo.
Warn the others. They tore it.
Madre mía, voy a matar al caballo. caballo no puede más ya. Dios. Corre por tu vida, caballito.
Run for it.
Joder, vaya espadazo que me han dado. No he llegado, maldita sea. Venga, otra vez. Esta es la definitiva. Vale, aquí es donde tenemos que ir ya a toda calle. Pero que no corre.
Left.
Joder,
Elmo gets to the left along the stream.
a la izquierda.
Flee! Run for it!
Vamos que lo conseguimos.
Warn the others. They tore at Skalice. Go! I'll kill you all!
He dejado descansar al caballo un poquito. Así me da tiempo. Es que no hay ningún soldado que me ayude. Allá al fondo hay un castillo. Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hacu, uzun gine!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Bueno, hemos llegado al castillo. O lo que sea esto.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalice. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Me desmayé, yo creo.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Vamos a hablar con el Lord del castillo.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalice. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalice to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalice is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalice blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Has descubierto punto de viaje rápido. Vale. Hablar con Sir Robert. Y he descubierto mi cama. Panadero.
Don't you start. Oh well, I wouldn't mind a bite to eat, actually.
Vale, a ver por dónde me tengo que ir.
Any word from the huntsman?
I talked to him. He's got half a dozen hares for us and 4 quails. And he's saving half a deer for us too.
That should do. When will he bring them?
He promised he'd bring them the day after tomorrow.
Vale, a ver. Lugar inexplorado. Lugar inexplorado. Hablar con Sir Robert. Vale.
Certainly, sir.
Vale, pues aquí no es.
Jesus, look where you're going.
What's that?
Vale, ¿por dónde salgo? ¿Por aquí? ¿Por aquí? Sí. Sí, necesito comer y
You've done
dormir.
well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about...
Be a bit more careful.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It was a great loss.
Oh, comida.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
Por supuesto. El vino que nos falte.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Parezco un pordiosero con esa ropa. Tengo que hacerme con una armadura. Y vengar a mis padres. Has aprendido cocina, vale. Ahora tendré que comer, supongo. A ver. Comida. Puré de lentejas. Comer. Tengo que comer más todavía. Eso es poco. Panecillos. Queso. Pato asado. Mira. Yo creo que con todo esto me tengo que poner ya Bien sanote. A ver. Me como el panecillo. El pato. El pato quito más que el pan. Queso. Un poquito de vino. Vale, de sobra. No sé, cogerme algo más de comida, por si acaso. Voy a cogerme el queso. Y el pan, por si me entra hambre por el camino y no encuentro comida. Vale. Ahora necesito dormir un poco. Tiene que estar por aquí cerca. El patio de armas. Vale, cuando se está cansado la resistencia y elocuencia también disminuyen. La solución es dormir. Y establece cuánto tiempo quieres dormir. Vale. A ver, son las 8. Pues yo creo que voy a dormir hasta las 5 por lo menos. Hasta las 6. No, hasta las 5.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't
Para ofrecerme consuelo.
I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
No puedo hablar de ello o contar la historia del ataque. Bueno, ya que ha sido tan maja, pues contar la historia del ataque.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Fui a cobrar
A
una
fellow by
deuda.
the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
Parece que le interesa.
Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalice. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I wanted to help her.
Seré
Knows
sincero.
I wanted to, but even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding, those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Oh, que se
Would
ruboriza.
that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Venga, que llega un nuevo día. Pesadillas. Estrés postraumático.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalice.
Ir a las almenas por las escaleras de la puerta. Vale. Vale, tengo hambre. No sé si habrá un caldero por aquí cerca. Bueno, si tengo comida en el... Vamos a comernos un panecillo. Ya está, ya se ha quitado un par de panecillos como nuevo. Escaleras que hay en la puerta, estas.
Listen up. If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalice.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalice to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Vamos a ver quién viene. No parecen enemigos.
Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that
Razón
boy still
tenéis.
with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalice.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Me parece a mí que nos van a obligar a quedarnos en el castillo de
Anyway,
momento.
he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times.
Vivimos tiempos tenebrosos. Vale, objetivo completado.
Men, tonight we'll have
Hablar
triple
con Sir
patrol.
Robert.
Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll first...
¿En qué puedo ayudar?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Vale. Objetivo completado. Vigilar las almenas. ¿Esto cómo se hace? ¿Tengo que dar vueltas por aquí o qué?
Jesus Christ be praised.
What do you think about the flight of the Skalice folk?
I'd say Sir Rodzik is a fine lord. He made the most of the situation and saved his subjects. You don't see that very often.
He was lucky that big storm came.
But that's just it. Something happens by chance and you turn it to your advantage. There's not many capable of thinking so fast.
Me parece que es el relevo.
Like a stray sheep.
Ah, no.
Must be your first watch, eh?
Soy una oveja
I don't
perdida.
think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Esperar hasta la mañana. Vale, la mañana serán las 6, ¿no? Alguien viene. Ah, lo que la mañana es ahora. Ir a las almenas del patio de armas. Ya tengo hambre. Un panecillo. Bueno. Vale, ¿dónde tengo que ir? Yo estoy aquí y tengo que ir al patio de armas. Vale, justo en el lado contrario. ¡Joder! Nos van a atacar otra vez. Pero por el ataque nos van a dejar en cuero, vale.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalice and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land, and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratsik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalice mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalice. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratsik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish.
Esta gente
I
estaba en
will
guerra
relay
cada
your
2 por
words
3.
to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. Bueno, parece que van a salir vivos.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Otro objetivo completado. Partida guardada. Objetivo iniciado. Enterrar a mis padres, hablar con Sir Robert, ir a por vuestro caballo en el establo. Vale, vamos a ver. Vale, aquí hay 2 interrogaciones. Vale, vamos a poner aquí un marcador.
Damn.
Did I tell you about my wife's lace making? Dad!
He descubierto arena de combate. Vale. Hablar con Sir Robert primero.
bit more careful.
What is it?
Don't worry, we're safe.
Look where you're going.
What is it?
¿Dónde está así, Roba?
Hey!
Ah, está allí. Joder.
Good day to you.
Vale, pues como tengo que ir a enterrar a mis padres, tendré que pedirle permiso para irme.
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalice.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change
No lo he
his mind.
convencido. Vale, ¿por qué Segismundo atacó a
Why did
Skalice?
Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
¿Y qué pretende Segismundo?
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair, him and Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Está en una posición fuerte.
Because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a base for raids, giving you control of the whole territory and good defenses too, if you need them.
Not at all. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favored it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
¿Qué sabéis acerca de los cumanos?
Where did these humans come from anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Vale, fin de diálogo. Tendremos que buscar otra manera de escaparnos de aquí. Vale, ¿qué tenemos aquí? Asignador de actividad. Lugar inexplorado. Lugar inexplorado. Pero si no podemos salir del castillo. Bueno, a lo mejor me deja salir.
God be with you.
Vale, necesito salir de
I
aquí.
need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
A ver. He de
My
enterrar a
mother
mis
and
padres.
father were left in Skalice like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up
O
so I
pensar
don't
en la
end up in
manera de
shit
que no
for
acabe
it.
pagándolo yo.
Otherwise,
Si no,
forget it.
olvidadlo. ¿Qué
What
tenéis
am I
en mente?
supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I'll let him go.
O sea, que tengo que hacerme con una armadura y un
I'll
yelmo.
have a look around for something.
Vale. Tengo que ir ahí, vale.
Be a bit more careful.
Ah, este es mi caballo. Olena. No quiero ir nada con lo que pueda disfrazarme. Vaya miseria. Este es mi cuarto. Armadura de Tamber. Voy a ponerle un marcador, que si no...
Watch where you're going.
Yo creo que estoy en el punto.
My respects to you.
Vale, ahí fin del diálogo. Ahí me voy.
What the hell are you doing? Jesus Christ be praised.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Votiver is your man. He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny, if he hadn't already sold her long since.
Vale, ¿y dónde cojo yo la armadura? Está claro que es por aquí. aquí ya está. El tema tiene que estar aquí dentro.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Bueno, te aguantas sin comer. ¿Dónde estará? Tiene que estar por ahí arriba.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Pues ya me va quedando poca comida, ¿eh? Como no encuentro caballo. Forzar cerradura, no quiero forzar nada. A ver, pensemos.
Are you serious?
¿Cómo subo ahí? Por aquí.
Hey,
Oh, mi amiga.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
¿Os parece un soldado de Tumble?
What do you think, my lady? Do I look like a Talmberg soldier?
Not quite, Henry. Just look at you.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks.
Tengo que ir a Skalice.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
My lady, I know you have a good heart. I can't live with the thought of my parents being left in the mud to be food for stray dogs. How can their souls find peace until they rest in hallowed ground?
My dear boy, you'd risk your own life to give them a Christian burial? My heart goes out to you. I will do what I can to help, though I'll tremble in fear until your return. But what can I do?
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
A ver. ¿Dónde puedo conseguir una armadura?
And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Gracias.
Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
O sea, tengo que esperar a la noche Y robar una armadura. ¿Y dónde duermen los soldados? A todo esto. ¿Dónde están sus K3? Ahí. Eso no parece... Forzar cerraduras. ¿Este qué es? No, pero no quiero forzar la cerradura. Vale, si vamos a las almenaras. Voy a seguir a ver dónde duerme este. Demasiado lujoso. Tengo que andar cerca ya. A ver, ¿esto qué es? Este es para pobres. Y además me he hecho un montón de daño. Buah. ¿Eso es una escalera? No, pero aquí ya está. Aquí no me voy a contar nada. Tengo que bajar abajo. Ya me he vuelto a perder otra vez. Ah, por aquí. Aquí no hay nada. Aquí no hay absolutamente nada. Y ya no puedo bajar más. Pues nada. Tendré que buscarlo por otra parte. Venga, vámonos de aquí. Vale, a ver si me cura la muchacha. Por aquí bajo. Y por aquí voy. ¿A dónde voy por aquí? Ah, sí, por aquí estoy. Ya he estado. Creo. No, aquí se guarda el grano. No creo que esté ahí. A ver si encuentro.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
No, esta no cura a nadie. A ver si esta pobre mujer me cura. No. Esto tampoco me cura. ¿Y me curará el pollo? No, no, las vendas. Yo tengo vendas. No me ha curado mucho, ¿no? Sí, un poquito. Más vendas. Vale, me lo he vendado, pero tampoco ha sido
What the hell?
gran cosa. Sigo herido. Lugareño.
Good heavens, you're covered in blood. You need a physician.
Pues ya sé que necesito un médico. No estoy ciego. Ahí está, lugareña. Un poco.
Did I tell you about that tree stump behind my house?
Lugareño, lugareño, lugareña.
What the hell? You hear that nonsense?
What the hell are you doing?
I heard the guards on watch talking about it.
Nobody's foreign soldiers. Sigismund's moved on and we've got nothing
Lugareña,
to worry about.
lugareña.
And we can always come and take shelter here.
¿Esta tiene pinta de médica? Pues no. Ando como si estuviera arrastrándome ya.
Hey, watch it. I'll remember you.
Por aquí no es, seguro. A no ser que este sea médico.
My God, you have bloodstains on your clothes. Are you bleeding?
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
You want Botover, the fellow that fixes the weir at the Talmberg fish pond. He should be around the granary somewhere.
What
the hell?
Isn't that God's truth?
It's terrible what's going on in our
Yellow and eaten through.
God have mercy.
Mark my
What
words.
will you do with it?
Heaven forbid.
Everything points to it, can't you see? Plague, freezing winters, poor harvests, and now we've armies invading and pillaging. I tell you, Judgment Day is coming.
And we have 2 popes.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Como no sabe que estoy durmiendo.
What is it?
Panadero. Arena de combate. Mercader. Es que la armadura está aquí. Armadura de Tamberg.
Did you see them horrible foreign soldiers? Them with the strange clothes iron losses on their faces.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Alabado sea Jesucristo. Venga, sigamos. A ver dónde está. Por aquí donde íbamos. Oh, puede ser aquí. Aquí no hay ropa.
Jesus Christ, where's that blood from? Are you wounded? You should go and get that treated, quickly.
Por aquí me estoy saliendo de donde yo quiero ir. Yo quiero ir al punto. Y es que el punto está por aquí. Pero tiene que estar en la parte de arriba. Tiene que ser ahí. Tiene que ser ahí arriba. A ver. A ver si durmiendo se quita un poco. Vale, muy bien, no puedo retrasarme. ¿Este quién es?
Hey! Be a bit more careful. Be off before I have you thrown out. What the hell was that?
Vale, que te he visto. Pues sí que está difícil. Estoy en mi cama, tiene que ser el del cuarto de al lado. Es que no puede ser otro. O es ese o está en el frente.
No sign of anyone. God knows what it was.
Por ahí no puedo subir. Y es aquí, pero no sé dónde. Es que tiene que estar aquí. No tengo ganzúa bien. Forzar, forzar. Ya podría haberla dejado más sueltas.
What are you doing here? Me to reckon with. Come on.
Y si hay cura por aquí escondida.
What's with you?
Forzar y forzar.
Well then. Hey you! Don't move a muscle! Surrender. You're under arrest for breaking the law. I'm warning you. Give yourself up.
Entregaos, vale, rendirse. Si yo no he hecho nada.
Are you going to give yourself up? Or do you want to... I'm going to enjoy this.
Vale. Ya la buscaré mañana. De momento, a dormir. Así que nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Hasta luego.